Dustin Wolf, have you ever touched your nipples in an exciting manner? Did your nipples work?
Not really.
Which means you've tested them.
I have, like, tried touching my nipples, yeah. No,
okay. My God.
I'm not going to replace what I just said.
No. So you were playing with your nipples to see if they worked.
I've done that.
You were playing with your nipples while you were masturbating.
No, I haven't done that.
Then why were you playing with your nipples?
I don't know. I'm just saying I've touched my nipples before.
When were you touching your nipples?
It was not in a sexual situation.
But we just asked you if you were touching your nipples. No, like, why would you to see if they were like? How would you know if they were sexually arousable if you weren't touching them sexually to sexually arouse them?
But it wasn't like a sexual thing. It's just I have done that.
What were you doing?
I think I was just bored and I tried doing that, like just reaching my hand at my shirt.
You went up your own shirt?
You got second base on yourself?
I think it was just cold, and I noticed it, and it was like, it's kind of hard and cold right now.
He's amazing.
Boy,
and did you twist your nipple?
I don't think I twisted it.
Well, then how were you playing with it in any way?
Kind of like I don't know, like just a pulling situation.
You're making like a squeezing thing.
No, he's making a jack off thing. Were you jacking your nipples off?
No, I was not.
You just went like this with your hand, like you were jacking off an ant stick.
You made a squeeze between the thumb and the index finger, and then you went back and forth. So
you were jacking your nipple off.
And then you're pulling it back and forth.
That was not jacking my
Jack nipple. Oh my God. Jack Nipple is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Say hello to Jack Nipple.
He'll be here for the rest of eternity.
Has there ever been a fucking sadder motherfucker on the planet?
Do you remember what you were watching
No, I don't.
on TV?
No, I don't.
It was late last night on the couch by myself. I reached up my shirt, gave my nipple a tug.
So they were cold. He wanted to jerk them to warmth. Why do you think the rest of your body was a normal temperature and only your nipples were cold?
I don't know. That's weird. That doesn't happen most of the time.
No, it rarely, if ever, happens. So do you think it was like your nipples were sort of like beckoning?
Do they have a mind of their own?
I don't know. If it's like hard and rubbing against the shirt, it's just
What the fuck are you talking about? They were hard and pressing up against your shirt? How sensitive are your nipples?
They're not that sensitive. It's just.
Well, then how did you know they were hard and rubbing up your? I have no idea what my nipples are doing right now. Tully, do you?
Now, how tight was your shirt that they were pressing up against?
No, if you like move your shoulders from side to side, it'll.
Oh my God, you are amazing. Who are you?
Again, I think once again you're taking the words that I'm saying and way misinterpreting them.
You thought, hey, why not give it a go and see if it worked?
Yeah.
You thought to yourself, I'm going to try and sexually arouse myself.
No, it was not a.
You just fucking admitted it just then.
It's more just it's not. But that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a sexual thing. It was more just, hey, how would this feel?
So why do you think you picked the nipples above? Oh, have you ever done that to your nose? Have you ever said, my nose feels cold while watching television? Let me jerk it off.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll like.
Have you ever jerked your nipples off?
That wasn't a jerking.
Have you ever jerked your nipples off?
No, that's what I'm telling you.
Fucking liar!
I'm not lying to you. It was more just like a squeeze thing.
You were lying down in your bed and it was a cold night, watching some television, and then you felt your t-shirt brush across your fucking cold, hard, erect nipples. Was it lighter?
Yes, the light was on.
Was it like a...
Because, no, it's...
Was it an overhead thing, or was it just sort of like a soft...
It's the main...
night light.
It was some very bright, harsh light.
But it was still cold in there, so it wasn't that bright.
So it was like an alien probing kind of room that you were in.
Right.
Bright, harsh lights, cold. You're on your back.
Did you have shoes on?
Yeah.
You lie on your bed with your shoes on.
Sometimes they like dangle off the edge.
Like a puppet. So then your toes are dangling and you're watching this program that is completely irrelevant, so irrelevant that you've gone into another mind where you've noticed that your nipples are so hard they're scratching your t-shirt. And then you reach up there with... Which hand did you reach up there with?
Probably my right.
Well, now we know which one goes up his ass.
Purely, it's just a curiosity thing.
Yes,
like
and fucking yourself is purely hygienic also.
I'm not like thinking this is going to turn me on.
Why does he always say something and then completely try and pull out of it? You said that you were checking them out to see if you could get erotic pleasure out of them.
That's exactly what I did not say. I said it was a non-sexual thing. That was the first thing I said.
You were young and curious, as you just said. It was to satisfy your curiosity. Your nipples posed a question that only your fingers could answer.
And you went up your shirt, exactly like everybody else goes up girls' shorts to get to first base. You fucking first based yourself, you finger fucker. Don't bullshit me anymore. Did you pull it?
Yeah, possibly.
Did it retract?
That's what they do.
Did you pull it again?
I might have.
Done! You just sealed your fucking fate. You jacked your nipples off, nipple jacker.
What term would you prefer?
I don't know. It's more like a curious pinch, not a jack off thing at all.
You're a curious pincher? Curious nipple pincher. MC Curious Nipple Pinch. Can you admit it?
Whatever. Yeah, sure.
You're not going to admit that?
I object to your terminology, but sure.
Yeah, but you're saying you're pulling your nipples.
Yes.
And you're pinching them.
Yes.
Curiously.
Yes.
Pinching them and pulling them.
Yes.
By yourself.
Okay. Yes.
With your hand up your shirt.
I was the one with
It was a cold night.
That's what that.
And you had a frozen nipple.
That's the scenario.
And you were jacking yourself off.
Okay, you got it.
But you didn't like it?
I didn't like continue with it. I didn't like stick with it.
What were you looking for that it didn't do?
I don't know. It was just kind of a thing, and then I stopped.
And then what did you do?
My attention drifted back to the TV.
What were you watching?
I don't remember.
Liar.
Funny that you should remember the thing that you claim you didn't like, but you don't remember the thing that you ultimately chose in favor of it.
Could it be because after you jacked your nipples off, you jacked your pecker off?
I definitely did not.
You definitely didn't jack off?
No.
Have you ever jacked off in your bed?
Yes.
Did you have your shoes on?
No.
You take your shoes off to jack off?
Yeah.
You've never jacked off with those Dr. Martens on?
No, I don't think
You
I have.
fucking liar. Have you ever jacked off with those Doc Martens on?
No, I haven't.
Dude, come on, really?
Why would I do that with my shoes on?
Why? I don't know. Why would you jack your nipples off with your shoes hanging off?
I'm saying there was at least like a 3 or 4 hour gap between the nipple thing and the next time I masturbated.
Aha! Foreplay! 3 hours of hardcore foreplay.
That's not what I said.
It is what you said. You were just mindlessly jacking your nipples off for 3 hours until you finally were like, this isn't going to work, and then you headed down south.
Okay, I'm ready.
You disgust me. You are the most offensive human being I've ever met.
Don't mean to be so disgusting.
When did this happen exactly?
I'm trying to... this is probably like in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
You were living by yourself.
I wasn't living by myself. I was just...
You were in your nana's bedroom.
I was by myself.
In your bedroom.
Yeah.
You were not in the presence of your nana when you did this.
No. The house was empty except for me.
You knew it for a fact.
Yes.
Isn't that peculiar, Michael?
Very funny.
You knew the house was completely empty, and you had the house to yourself.
And yet it was just by coincidence that was the cold night.
Yeah, it just so happened to be a cold night.
I'm telling you...
You know you jacked off, you know you had your fucking school shoes on,
There was a long
and
period-
you know you were pulling your nipple at the same
There was a long
time.
period where I was not even thinking about it.
You are a liar!
I'm not lying to you.
I can't take this anymore. You have offended me, and you have offended the Shaolin Temple.
I never meant to offend the Shaolin Temple. I really respect those guys.
Jack's fucking angry nipple.
They're very touchy about nipples.
Jacking nipples. Raw Dog does it why Nana pays the bills. Chilling out with his hand up his shirt. Jacking them gently so it never does hurt. Whoa yeah! Jacking nipples gives Tussin Wolf a crazy thrill. Whoa yeah! Jacking nipples. He probably does it 'cause he can't swallow pills.
Jack Nicholson. Such a good name for you.
Josh jacked his nips today. They got sore along the way. So we fingered his brown hole.
Why not give it a go and see if it works, yes?
Yeah.
To gain some self-control.
So anyway, it was a cold night.
His Nana pays the bill.
And you're in your bed alone.
His nip jacking gives him thrills. In his bed with his boots on, pretending none of this is wrong.
What's going on up there?
What did you admit?
I have, like, tried touching my nipples, yeah.
So many secrets to know.
And you reached up there and started fondling them.
Everything you say makes us laugh on the
You
show.
fucking first based yourself, you finger fucker.
And you can jack them
The first thing you thought
off.
was to jack off your nipple
Pull and twist until they hurt.
because it was hard
Tugging at those nipples so hard.
and it was cold and it was erect.
Josh, are you trying the squirt?
Oh my god.
I
This thing was watching through the window of Raw Dog, realizing that this fucking song was about him jacking his nipples off and his face going red and kind of like I feel like I saw a little bit of pain.